are you ready for the rush? It's your girl Roxy Star, and I'm excited to be here with yet another episode of The Rush. And today we're talking everything melanin, baby. I'm gonna have some great guests in studio for you. We're gonna have Bodine, Celeste, and some beautiful spoken word by Tamara B. and Rika. So stay tuned for The Rush.
Take off your shoes and stop right in the spotlight. It's yours, it's yours, it's yours. It's all about you. Show me amazing things you do. Inspire me. Show me a little thing or two. Motivate me. Nobody do the things you do like you do. 'Cause you love it, that's why we love it. You ready for the rush, the rush, the rush. You ready for the rush, the rush, the rush. You ready for the rush, the rush, the rush. You ready for the rush, the rush, the rush.
So I would have told you that today we're talking about everything melanin, including my daughter. And this episode is airing on a very special day. So happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Taylor, the one who saved my life, my personal chocolate melanin goddess. And today's episode is really inspired by her. One of the things that has always been troubling with me when I was going through my pregnancy is the fact that her father is dark-skinned. So I had this great fear that, oh my God, how is the world gonna treat my child if she comes out with his complexion in such a cruel time when being a darker version of black is worse than just being black. And I had the opportunity to pump into her and let her know that her skin is beautiful, her skin is gorgeous. And today we're gonna air a video that I'm hoping kind of shows you guys how that positive reinforcement in the home has made a huge difference in who she's becoming and her appreciation for her skin.
Hey, this is the video.
You're gonna talk into the brush the whole time? Yeah. Okay, so welcome to our video, I guess. Well, welcome to Taylor's video. So today I'm gonna be talking to Taylor about a couple of things. One of the things that has always been big with me is making sure that she understands who she is and that she grows into becoming.
I can only be a superhero. I can be London.
Yeah, I like it. So we're going to talk about reinforcement and the way that I've worked with her and her understanding how important it is to embrace who she is and love who she is and love her skin, because that's always been a big thing for me. So here's hoping the reinforcement actually goes well, because we do it throughout her entire life. So we're going to see. So Taylor, tell everybody your name. Taylor what?
Taylor Gary Bangalow.
Yeah. Okay, so Taylor, I have a question for you. What color is your skin?
Chocolate.
Why do you call your skin chocolate?
Because everybody loves chocolate.
Yeah? Okay, so are both of these your dolls?
Yeah.
Okay, which doll looks like you? Why does she look like you?
Because I get pretty like me.
Yeah? Okay, so if you have to pick one doll, which doll is the good doll? Which doll is the bad doll? Yeah? Which doll is beautiful? Why is she beautiful?
Because you look like me.
And you're beautiful? So which doll you think is not so beautiful?
But
Aw, she's beautiful. Yeah? Do you like that doll?
yeah.
Do you think this doll really, really, really looks like you?
Yeah!
Show them how pretty she is. Yeah? Show the camera the doll.
Hold on. Hold on, can't push her hair first.
Make sure she's pretty for the camera. Nice. So guess what, Taylor?
Yeah.
Who was a birthday today?
Mine.
Yes! So happy birthday, Taylor. Thank you for being in your video, because you did say this is Taylor's video. Wave to everybody. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Say make sure watch my mommy on the rush.
Make sure to watch my mommy on the wash.
So what you would have just seen is a video of Taylor self-identifying with a doll that looked like her. So it brings me to saying that representation in a lot of the things that our kids see and interact with is very important for them to be able to self-identify and make sure that they're getting that positive reinforcement when they do identify. And there's a contrasting video similar to the one that I did with Taylor, where you would see little black kids and, you know, they're choosing the doll of Caucasian persuasion over theirs for reinforcement of good, reinforcement of beautiful, you know, and they choose the doll that looks like them when it comes to anything negative, ugly, and bad. And that was so heartbreaking to me. And as a parent, I think one of the biggest fears is making sure that our kids are able to appreciate who they are. So I'm going to encourage all parents to make sure that you do this for your kids often. It's up to us to make those positive reinforcements in our kids' life. And right now, it's time for the Music Box Video Pick of the Week. Hey, yo, Ringo! How to tingle?
Thanks, Ross. Well, we're here again this week for another Music Box Video Pick of the Week. And this time, it's not about a musical artist, but a creative movement artist. Let's get it up for my girl, Linnell Michelle with Look Up.
Where are you now when darkness seems to win? Where are you now when the world is crumbling? Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, where are you now when all I feel is doubt? Oh, where are you now when I can't figure it out? Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up. You're not threatened by the war. You're not shaken by the storm. I know you're in control. Even in our suffering, even when it can't be seen, I know you're in control. Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Oh, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Look up, child. Hey, look up, child. I hear you calling my name. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up.
There you have it. That's my girl Linnell Michelle with her dance cover of Look Up. Linnell is right now jetting all over Greece, you guys. Make sure to go on her Instagram and her Facebook to check out what she's doing right now. She's living it up. She big. Linnell, bring me back a t-shirt. I just want a t-shirt. I don't really want nothing else. If you want to see your video featured on the Music Box, make sure to head on over to our website, www.elevationnow.com. Hit submit. Make sure to shout your girl out, Crazy Ringo, on IG and Facebook, everybody. All right? Until next time, we're back with more of The Rush right after this.
Man, I have a date tonight and I'm trying to find something to wear, but you know you can never find nothing in Nassau.
But where are you looking?
Facebook.
Why, girl?
And you know that's where everybody has come for recommendations.
Title Pass. It's a virtual mall in the palm of your hand.
Oh my god.
It's free on the App Store, and you can find anything you need in the Bahamas with it. Everything is there, okay? You trying to find a dress? Just type it in.
Can't find what you need when you need it? Download Title Pass today and get connected to a variety of local businesses, restaurants, clothing stores, makeup artists, and more. Download the app now. Title Pass. Shopping just got a whole lot easier.
Welcome back to The Rush. So, you know it's time for Roxy's Rant. Okay, so I'm about to weigh in on this whole Ariel being a melanated goddess with dreadlocks in this, new version of The Little Mermaid. And I'm gonna say I want to think it's for a stage and not necessarily for movie. I could be wrong, but anyway, it's about the representation for this. I'm gonna weigh in, and I may not have a popular opinion, but I have an opinion nonetheless, and we all know how my rants go. But I'm gonna refer to a comment made by Tommy Laren, and her take on it was, everyone knows mermaids are white, just like Santa and Jesus. Okay, so first of all, the producers already informed me that I'm not allowed to use the F word expletive, so I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna say this. I totally don't agree with the messaging that she's sending with that statement. But here's my thoughts on the whole Ariel situation. Leave Ariel pale-faced with red hair, please. My thing about it is, if the situation was reversed, and it was a fictional character nonetheless, but an iconic fictional character, someone who was created from a creative's mind, a representation of their work and interpretation of a character, we wouldn't bother with it if it was reversed. Like, let's say they made Pocahontas white. We wouldn't like it. We'd be in an uproar. And I think the same thing can stand for this particular thing. And I think as a community, we're being lazy in our thought process. I have no issue with black girls being mermaids. If you've ever seen my daughter take a bath, sister's a mermaid, because she don't come out the tub. But my problem is, why can't we just create these narratives for our own community? Why are we constantly depending on Disney Channel or movie production companies that's a board full of old white men who sit in the room and make these decisions to teach our daughters and our sons how to be black kings and queens? We have one of the highest buying powers as a community, period. We could get together and create the culture that we want our kids to see. I don't need my daughter to believe she can be Ariel, but she can't believe she can be a mermaid. There's nothing wrong with that. We gotta stop being lazy. Create the storyline, create the narratives, create some things that are representative of our story, our culture. No white person, Asian person, purple person, green person can teach me how to be black. No one can teach my daughter how to appreciate her culture and her heritage. So we have to stop depending on these people to do so. Now, if y'all don't give me a pale-faced Ariel with red hair, it's a no for me, sis. And that's the end of my rant. Hey guys, welcome back to The Rush. Now I told you guys that everything today is melanin based, including my next two guests. I have the amazing, juiciest of fruits, Miss Bodine Victoria and the statuesque Celeste Marshall in studio. Guys,
Well, hey there,
girls,
Roxy.
sorry. Hi.
Well, hi.
Listen, okay, so if you don't know, they're both kind of a little famous. So kind of girl fanning, fangirling, however you say it right now.
Hold on, you gotta do the eyelashes when you fangirl, yeah. So we do it now. That's how we do it, yeah.
So, Bodine, amazing performing artist, blogger, and cook. I just be jonesing over Bodine part. Just
Right.
letting y'all know that right now. She's releasing some new music very, very shortly. And she's been in the entertainment industry, Bodine, for how long now?
A little over 14, almost
Listen to
15
me.
years.
Long,
Yeah, a
long.
little while.
You all new to this. You true to this.
Yeah, a little while.
Listen, Bodine and Celeste, who's our former Miss Universe, Bahamas. Top model. They're both going to talk to us about some experiences, that they've had in the industry, entertainment, fashion. But obviously, you can see they fine as hell. So that ain't the issue here. But we're going to talk, and we're going to hit home with this about their complexion. A lot of times, being here from the Bahamas, we don't see what that international platform looks like when it comes to dealing with women of color. This is the type of things I want you guys to talk about. First of all, tell my people that hi.
Well, hey there. Hi. Hello.
That's all I'm saying. Listen. And now let's talk about what it's been like, Bodine, for you in the music industry, working with that stigma of how the kids, I don't call them kids, but how the young folk is saying talent over hype and talent.
Oh, hype over talent.
That. How has it been dealing with that with relation to, the color of your skin and growing up as a melanated, highly pigmented, gorgeous goddess, as opposed to, what they think society wants to see on their screen?
Well, let me tell you, Roxy, honestly and truly, we spend most of our time trying to find the light.
Wow.
Because we know that the light is our very best friend. You ever gone to a makeup artist and this when Clinique only had Stay Spice?
Wow.
Think about that.
This is powerful.
That's before Mac had come into the store. So every time you went onto a set, every dark-skinned girl was Stay Spice. Believe it or not, Stay Spice. And mixing your foundation shades so that you wouldn't look ashy. But you still would look ashy when the flash hit you.
No, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a time. And so you go from there, there's thankfully being able to find the right color makeup for your skin, but then you go onto stage and you have to tell the people who are working with the light, say, listen, I a little dark, okay? I know blue pretty, but you got to make sure it's the right shade. Can we have some purple? Can we have some, some pink?
Wow.
Some pink lights, because certain lights don't look really good when you see them on us. You got to filter them, really, really well. But more importantly, when we sit down and we think about what dancehall artist Spice goes through right now, with her having millions and millions and millions of hits, millions of fans, having the platform that she has, and still having to let people know that just because she's dark-skinned doesn't make her any less successful. And then you turn around and you see that Shensia has an international record deal, which I know for a fact that she's worked for, but it makes you wonder if she's able to have access to it, not only because of her talent, but because of, the shade of her skin and her ethnicity, which is, I think it's Chinese and Jamaican, and some black in there. But the truth of the matter is, for some people, it is much more difficult to break into the artistic field, or you don't get as much mileage because you're darker skinned.
Yeah, and I don't want anyone in the audience to confuse the comments with, people like, oh, she's talented too, and that's not the conversation we're having, because both artists are phenomenal,
They are.
talented artists. I've seen both of them perform. They tear down a stage. But this is just a conversation that needs to be had, and things that needs to be said.
And, just to be clear, I said that she's incredibly talented, but it makes you wonder if she's had or the ability to have more accessibility to the opportunities, because she has a different combination of ethnicity and her skin color. Then you sit down, you look at Michelle Williams, and you look at our girl, Kelly Rowland, and the fact that they are darker skinned and they are incredibly talented, but they don't have the same amount of success. Maybe it's because they don't have the same type of management. Maybe it's because they don't have the same opportunities, but they are talented. So what does one need to do in order to be able to have access to everything?
And that is a question that really needs to be raised within the community. So Celeste, you've walked international runways, you have been, all over the world. You've been on that international platform. What is that like?
I can't even say. Pressure. I could say definitely that's one of them, because you always have in the back of your mind, okay, am I good enough to be here? Do I look good enough to be on the stage? Am I gonna be on the same level as everybody else is? Like, you always have that in the back of your mind, simply because, like, you know, you have that difference between skin color. So when I did my first competition, which was Miss Universe in Las Vegas, that year it was also a political year for Trump, and you know, that's all we could do.
Everybody just like, whew.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It was a tough one on me specifically because when I went to Miss Universe, we had such high hopes. You know what I mean? Miss Universe Bahamas being my first competition, and I was so hyped because I was like, oh my gosh, it's my first competition, and I won. Like,
And you killed it
right
right away.
You know? So going into Miss Universe, I had such great trainers. Like, I had everything to the T. Like, I did my training in Maine. I did like the makeup courses. I did the hair classes. I did everything to make sure like I was super prepared to make sure that I could really, you know, place in this competition. And again, that year it was a bit heartbreaking for me. And I say it was heartbreaking for me because, you know, it just felt like I was doing everything right. Like, I went there, like I was like a burst of sunshine, like down to the security guards at the hotel, like who had to chaperone us everywhere. They used to call me Miss Bahamas Sunshine. Like, they used to nickname me Sunshine because I was always so hype and, you know, like I was so bubbly and I was so happy all the time. Like, I was never down. You know what I mean? I had the look, I had the body, I had everything, down to the lady who was training us, like who was doing our practices and everything. She was like, you're gonna do this competition and you're gonna make a name for yourself on this platform. So hearing that from her, who was a world-renowned model, who was coaching us at the practices and everything, it was a blow that night because it was, again, it was a political move where he had no women of color in his top 10.
Wow.
So it was like every time they did like the commercials, you know, they have to do the ads for Miss Universe. They used me. The swimsuit, not the competition, the swimsuit, I want to say it, just because I want to say it, I
And it won't
can't.
come out.
Anyway, the lady who gave us the swimsuit, the hairstylist, like I think she was sponsoring us that year.
It was.
They used me for just about everything. Like, it was a point that I used to call my mom like every day, like, Mommy, I'm so tired because they had us up from like 6 a.m. till like 9 o'clock in the night shooting ads all day. So again, it put to the back of your mind, okay, I'm good enough to shoot your commercials and I'm good enough to shoot whatever you need to be shot, but I can't make it to your top 10. So again, it was a big blow for me because I was just like, I literally fit the description. Like, I did everything I was supposed to do.
Right.
Everybody in, like, around this competition was telling me, you know, you gotta make it. You have to make it. You have the look they're looking for. You're intelligent. Like, all these things. So that world alone, especially in this modeling industry, it's so hard. And I say it's so hard because even though we do have women of color, it's either you have to be extremely dark or you have to be light skin with just a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah,
Or maybe,
just
you
to
know what I
identify
mean?
as black.
Right.
You need
just
to have vitiligo.
So it was never an in between. And I think that's the part too where it was so heart wrenching because it was just like, you know, I have everything that you guys are looking for, except for my skin color. And it really, like, you know, it hurts. It hurts because it's like, you know, I could do this. Like, I'm on the level as everybody else is. Why not me?
Right.
But not only that, they made you the token black girl.
Right.
And I
It
was
was
gonna
like,
say that
it
you're
was
good
like,
enough for the viewership to get the audience watching, but you're not good
Right,
enough to give
it
you
was
the
like-
crown.
To make people root
And
for
a
you.
lot of times, I
Exactly.
know that this society we live in, you know, they have the tendency to do that, and they don't understand how that crushes the spirit of a whole community because you have little black girls looking up to women like you, and they want to see themselves, but their voice is silenced.
I want to give a special thanks to both of my guests for joining me today in this discussion, and feel free to add both of their social media pages, which will be in the section below on the screen, and feel free to DM them, inbox them to talk about further things regarding this discussion and, you know, their impact within the entertainment industry. We here at Elevation Now are definitely committed to providing programs and programming that's going to give all creatives a platform for their voices to be heard. We want to see you on this screen. My name is Roxy Starr. This is The Rush. Stay tuned for more.
Contact Elevation Media Group today, your one-stop shop for all your media, production, and entertainment needs, specializing in a wide range of services, from video, television, streaming and broadcast services, live sound, lighting, and staging services, for events like parties, concerts, and conferences, event management and production services, music production and voice recording services, including radio ads, voice talent services, song recording, mixing, and mastering, graphic design, inclusive of flyers, business cards, logos, motion graphics, and more, brand consultation, and social media management. Give us a call today at 676-1526 or visit our website at www.elevationbahamas.com to request a free quote or set up a consultation session. Elevation Media Group, providing you with quality media and production services for 10 years.
That's all the time we have with you today at The Rush. I want to thank you for tuning in with us. And remember to catch us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on the Elevation Now platform. It's been a great show. I had a blast talking with our heavily melanated queens. I hope you guys did too. So as I leave you with this spoken word piece by Tamara B. featuring Rika entitled Unapologetically Woman, I just want to remind you to kill him with kindness because murder is a felony. I'm Roxy Starr. This is The Rush. Have a great evening.
Love your skin, love your hair, love yourself without fear. Love, 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 love.
Woman, I am here to tell you that you are so much more than beautiful. See, the truth is, the noose is decorated with poor excuses to call us just that. Empty, but beautiful. Little black girl. Scalp adorned in black rope. I'm hoping I could somehow reach that heart in time. To remind you of how beautiful you are without extensions. Even when the world forgot to mention that it is your hair that bears more truth than their eyes can handle, that it is your flame that ignites the candle that leads the way. Shoulders be so broad, carries the heaviest of weight, skin be so brilliant, brightens the darkest of days, even when they try to play us like a game of chess. So yes, braids still swinging, attitude still unrelentless, because we know that they tried to tie the rope so friggin' tight that we'd choke before we even got a chance to fight back. Black little girl, I'm hoping I could somehow reach that heart in time to remind you how to be loved, and loved in all the right ways, even on days when breakdowns show themselves more visible than breakthroughs do. And closed door after closed door after closed door is forced to pull the conquered and the defeated out of you, damn near stripped you to the bone, but you managed to have enough strength to carry the weight of the throne. Little black girl, I'm hoping I could somehow reach that heart in time to remind you that you got more soul than you got fair, got more fight than you got tears, got more favor than you got foe, you got more life than they got rope. That be it by the sweat of your brow or the skin of your teeth, you would only know the sweet sounds of triumph and only understand the sweet, sweet taste of victory. Little black girl, I'm hoping I'm not too late in reaching that heart in time to remind you that you are made in the image of God, that there be no skin color, no size, no figure that is ever a flaw, that when the sun is unforgiving and your skin is unwilling to reduce its melanin, you will still find heaven in the palms of those beautiful black hands. And little black girl, if I never get a chance to find you, I'm hoping my words could somehow remind you that you owe no apologies for who you are, for you are made durable. And God made sure that you are built for any war. And when the mirror forces you to come face to face with the warrior within, you would hold your head high, for you are unapologetically strong, unapologetically